Good evening. Why is my garage empty, you're probably wondering? Good question. Don't panic, we've still got Bugsy. But this is where Bugsy's going to be living for the week, because this is the week of new suspension for Bugsy. So if you're not already aware, Bugsy currently has triangulated 4-link suspension, which is garbage. It needs to come off, and I'm going back to leaf springs. So I have almost all the parts I need. I've refurbished my leaf springs. I've got new bushings in both sides. I've got new shackles, shock absorbers, U-bolts with lowering blocks, which I may or not be able to use because they're actually wider than the springs. Marginally. Talk about that later. And obviously I've got big extended U-bolts because I've no idea how low I'm going to have to drop the spring height. And the only thing I'm really waiting for then is the axle perches, which should arrive in the next couple of days. And I need to make the lower spring mount plates, which will also have bolts through them for the bottom of these to attach to. So, why is Bugsy not in the garage then? Quite simply, I just don't have the space in the garage to work in Bugsy. I'll be disconnecting the entire rear axle, so that's the 4 links, the drive shaft, the shocks, the brake line, and then I'm going to roll it all into the garage because I need to cut all that nonsense off. All the mounts and brackets where the 4 link attaches, it's just going to get in the way. So that needs to come off. And obviously, if I was to try and do this in here, pulling an axle out, cutting it off, welding new perches on, I just don't have the space. So, sorry Bugsy, you're going to be outside for a week. I need to dig out a cover for you. But there is something I can be getting on with right now, and that would be getting the other door card holes cut. Similar to that one over there, I need to cut holes for the grab handle, cut holes for the release catch, and a hole for the dooket. And then once both cards are all holier than thou, I can hand them over to my wife and she will cover them for me. So I need your advice on these lowering blocks. Let me give you a closer look and I'll show you the predicament that I'm in. So the blocks would sit like that. The U-bolts will come down from the axle at either side, and normally they would clamp quite close, pretty much touching these lowering blocks, but as you can see, the lowering block is wider than the leaf itself. If the lowering block wasn't there, then, you know, they could get nice and close. So the question is, do I chop, narrow and re-weld this block? Or is it possible to put in a couple of spacers at either side of the leaf springs? I don't know. So obviously the lowering block will go into the location hole on the axle perch. So that's not going to go anywhere, and it's a good beefy lowering block, but if I start chopping it, it loses its strength, doesn't it? So let me know if the spacer thing is a bad idea. Kind of sounds like a bad idea, but who knows, I've not done it before. Either that or I'll need to get different loading blocks. Thank you, answers on a postcard. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight, but before I go, quick message to Brian, BW Garage. I was on your live stream the other night, I asked a question about the shock absorber angle, which you answered, and then my garage internet just died and I couldn't say thanks or respond, so apologies. Thanks for the advice, and yeah, I'm going to go just less than 10 degrees. If you weren't on Brian's live stream, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. Right folks, I'll leave it in your capable hands. I want to get to bed early tonight and get stuck in morning. I can't wait to get Bugsy back on the road. I want him back on the road for next weekend so we can all go cruising, test out the new suspension. Right, take care everyone. Sleep tight. See you in the next one tomorrow. Bye.